at the very outset, we have to know what we are seeking. We are seeking the truth. But what is the truth? The truth is that we are not this body, we are not these emotions, this intellect, this ego, these conditionings, but we are the spirit, a pure spirit. This is one truth about ourselves. The second one is that we are Can you hear me there? Can you hear? Can't? All right. We are now better. Connection has to be there. There is a subtle power which is described as the all-pervading power of God's love, as Parama Chaitanya, as Gudrang, as so many other words have been used for this power, which does all the living work. Like we see the flowers so beautiful as they are, but we take them for granted. We don't see how they have come from a little seed, how they are blossoming in these different colors. All this living work we take for granted. We have also taken our evolution for granted. And everything that autonomous nervous system does, we have taken for granted. It's a good thing in a way, because it's too much of a worry and a botheration if you start thinking why of everything. But there is a power which does all these things. Now when I'm talking to you, you are not to believe me blindfolded. It's not for blind people. But like scientists, you must have an open mind to see for yourself whatever I'm saying is, for the time being, it can be like a hypothesis before you. And then you can see for yourself whatever I'm saying is true or not. In all the scriptures, there's one common thing described, whether they have talked of the forms or the formless, that we have to seek the eternal. And whatever is transitory is to be used with full understanding in its balance. And that's why we are lost, where we have lost our balances. So the best thing is to get the connection with this divine power, which gives us all the nourishment, all the care, and all the knowledge that we have never known before. And for this, you can't pay. You can't force it. You cannot compel anyone. You have to be absolutely free to get it. Because after all, this is the ultimate freedom you have. You have freedom because you become such a dynamic, compassionate, wonderful personality that you just become a transformed, special, glorious person. Supposing we have to take a little box of television to a village or some place where people have never seen it. Then they might say, what is this? Why have you brought this here? But when you put it to the mains, you will realize that they are quite surprised that this is such a dynamic thing. In the same way, we have no idea about ourselves. We are not aware as to what we are. Human awareness takes you to all kinds of problems, and you do not know what is the solution of these problems are. Sometimes people ask me, Mother, why God has created us? If He has created, what's the use of this kind of a life that He has given us? This is just a transition period, just a transition when this evolution has to achieve its end. And when it achieves its end, you are as promised in the kingdom of God. And that's what has to happen. It's not just talk, talk, talk. It has to work out. The experience has to be there. And the experience of realization is described very clearly in some of the scriptures, and which says that you have to feel the cool breeze of the Holy Ghost. In the Sanskrit language, Adi Shankaracharya is described as salilam, salilam, meaning cool breeze, cool breeze. Now this cool breeze is not chilling breeze, nor it is a hot breeze, but a kind of a cool, soothing effects that you feel all around yourself, which you have never felt before. You have never felt the existence of this all-pervading power. But it is there, and one has to seriously think about it. It's nothing frivolous, as I was also born in a Christian family. So Sunday morning, get ready, go to church and meet few people, hello, hello, come back after the sermon. It's not like that. It's also not like going to a temple, just pay few rupees here, there, and give something to the deities and come back home. It is something that you become. Becoming is the point. So, as many people have asked me that people have come from India and they have looted so many people here and have received them. I feel ashamed about it. Of course, it was a wrong thing to do. But also mistake lies a little bit with you people. That you should have seen to it. When you are paying for anything in the market, you see what you are buying. So before seeing it, you just jumped into the thing. First of all, you must see what sort of a disciple they have. Those who say, we are doing something, you should find out, what are the kind of people that are following? Because there are some cinema actors and cinema actresses, it doesn't mean that they are sane or they are wise people. What have they got is the point. What powers have they got? As self-realized people, what powers they have got and what transformation they have gone through. What is the new awareness they have got? I must say, I was surprised at Russians who have never known the name of God. They were not supposed to know anything about God, Christ, or anyone. No conditioning of any religion whatsoever. But you'll be amazed, in my first meeting only, there were 2,000 in the hall and 2,000 waiting outside. The whole of Leningrad was there. I was amazed at them, surprised. Look at these people. They have never known of God or anything, and how am I to talk to them about God? And I did talk, and you will be surprised that Moscow was even worse. We had to arrange a big, huge, open place for them. And it was impossible to control these people because there were so many. And now the government has taken over, and they have publicized SahajaYoga on the television. Everywhere you go, they know me very well, and they know about SahajaYoga. Just imagine these people who have been all the time cursed by communism, as they say, had no freedom of choice, nothing. But they are not materialistic people. They are not materialistic because the matter, whatever was available, was available. Whatever was not available, was not available. Like on the ship, you see, if something is available on the ship, it's there, otherwise it is not. So they have no problems and no solutions. That's why. If there are no solutions, how can there be problems? So they had to deal with whatever was available. And this is the reason why they are very, very centrally placed people. While I find Americans, I must say, are extremely simple-hearted people, extremely simple. And they cannot think how people can tell lies. I must say Indians are quite capable of telling lies. You see, it is not that they cannot tell lies. Many people ask me, Mother, how could he tell such lies? Why not? There are experts we have in India who can tell lies because they are very intelligent people. They can tell lies the way they like. They will never know also that they are telling lies. So now these lies, whatever they have told you, whatever they claimed, you just believed because you are simple people. You never even doubted them. and you thought it's best to go to these people and they will deliver the goods. Not at all. As we have to judge what we are buying, in the same way we have to see how can you pay for God? How much did you pay to Christ? Christians, we are Christians, aren't we? How much did we pay for Christ? Then why should we pay to anyone for God? Now this payment business, as Gregor has told you, is really, one pays something, then he thinks that, oh, I paid for it, let's go through it. But going through the hell. And that's how the people are so much harmed. I have seen people harmed to such an extent that they have got epilepsies and things and all kinds of diseases they have got. But this power is your own within yourself. I don't have to do anything much about it, like this candle is now ready. Now, if I am an enlightened candle, I can enlighten it, that's all. Once you get enlightenment, you can enlighten another person. But you have to be serious about it. It's not just guru shopping, oh, this guru is very good, though little expensive, very good guru. Not that kind of a thing. It is something you must respect yourself, and you must respect your personality. You must have self-esteem that you are not just a human being, you are the spirit. You are the pure spirit. And you can transform the whole world. While Americans are so sensitive, so collective in a way because they feel for everyone and they try to do their level best and try to help everyone. But where they fail is that they lack that discretion as to find out what is good and what is bad. And that is because they are extremely simple people. You tell them any high stories, they just believe it. It is, sometimes I'm really surprised when they describe their gurus. I said, how did you believe in such a stupid guru? How could you believe? But mother, he told us. Like this, I'll tell you about TM. The other day they asked me the question about TM. Now the TM, any Indian will find out that it's all stupid. But for you people it was something so great because you have to pass through 7 rooms going to the other place where the fellow is sitting on some sort of a 7th heaven and saying he's a guru and this and that, and self-certificate given to, I'm the guru. They might be just coming from jail and wearing some sort of a funny dress, come here. Most of them, I tell you, there's no credibility about them. Now, these people, when they came to me, they had epilepsy, they had all kinds of problems. I said, what is this going on? They said one of them had become bankrupt because of that. Somebody had sold his house and all that. So he said, we had to pay for our mantras. Now, what are the mantras? There are 3 mantras that they told in the beginning. Now, if I tell you, you'll be surprised. The first one was Inga. Means, in a colloquial way, Inga means the bite of a scorpion. Second was the Pinga. Means when you start getting possessed, you go round and round, that's Pinga. The third one is the Tinga. They look at the Indians. Means showing the finger like this. And for that, each one of them paid 300 pounds for this kind of a nonsense. This is not even Sanskrit, it has nothing to do, it's not mantra. In the Vedas is written that after realization, you have to know the mantra, tantra and yantra. Mantra means what mantras to be said to raise the kundalini, to open your centers. Tantra means the mechanism, the mechanics, or you can say the technique. And yantra means the mechanism. But this is after realization. Even Sri Krishna said, yoga kshema vahamyam, that you first get your yoga, means get united with that divine power. That is yoga, that is your right, that is spontaneous. Sahaj means spontaneous, it's a living process. And then I will look after you, not before. Even Christ has said so many times, you have to be born again. Then we certify ourselves we are born again. This is a certificate of a human being which has no meaning with the divine. You have to become something. Unless and until you become something, you cannot live with false certificates. And that's what has happened to all our religions. All the religions have deviated from its roots. And the main thing was that you must have your realization. You must have your spirit. Once you become the spirit, then you understand the religion. Why should Christ talk of taking the birth again? Why Buddha said that you have to be a Buddha means Bodha. Bodha means you must feel it on your central nervous system. Veda also means the same thing. Why did they all say it again and again that you are to be born again? Even in Sanskrit language, a person who is a realized soul is called as a Dvijaha, means born twice. And a bird is also called as Dvijaha, meaning the one that is born again, first as an egg and then as a bird. So clearly it is given. But even then, Indians are very ritualistic, extremely ritualistic, blindfolded, they do ritualism. But still, I would say that they wouldn't yield to such stupid things like Inga Pinga Tinga. You see, because they had a tradition about these things. But these people have lynched you and have taken away such a lot of money from you, and you have not been able to think about it, that why are we paying these stupid people? What have they given us? What have they given to anyone? And this is what is to be questioned first of all. What are we asking? What are we seeking? What is the truth? It's a very simple thing within us, as Gregor has said, in the bone, which is the triangular bone called as sacrum, is placed this power, which is called as asas in Quran. In Quran, there's a surah called Yasin, meaning they said that Yoga Sajda is the name of that one, in which Muhammad Sahib has clearly described at the time of resurrection, your hands will speak. Now, if Muhammad Sahib was the last man, why did he talk of resurrection? Why did he talk of the future? Why did he say your hands will speak? And that is what happens to you. That when this Kundalini, which is in the sacrum bone, now also sacrum word comes from the word sacred. It means that the Greeks knew about it, that it's a sacred bone. And then it rises, pierces through 6 centers, pierces through your fontanelle bone area, what we call as the soft bone on your head, and actualization of your baptism takes place. Actualization. It is not just saying, oh, now you are baptized and you have got your baptism. There's no baptism in that, because it has to be done by the living power that is within you. And then the transformation starts, because these 6 centers represent your inner being, which supplies all your physical, mental, emotional and spiritual energy, and which nourishes you and looks after you. Unless and until this happens, whatever we might have done so far is absolutely of no value. Some people say, Mother, I was praying to God, and I didn't get anything. Without the connection, as I said just now, the connection has to be done. Without the connection, what are we telling God? He doesn't know anything. We are lying on one side and He's on another side. We are calling for Him, and how will you know what we are talking to? So this connection has to be established, and now the time has come. The difference between the yoga that Patanjali talked of course Patanjali didn't talk of the so-called Hatha Yoga that we practice is only physical side of it, not at all. It's an Ashtangas. There are eight parts of it. Only the first part is Yama Niyama, and that a very wee part is the exercise, and that exercise we have to do when the Kundalini starts rising. Supposing there's some physical problem and it stops, then you have to just do that particular thing. It's a very scientific thing. So what we do is to take all the medicines from the medicine box right from the beginning to the end. But the most of the book deals with your spiritual side, where he says first you become thoughtlessly aware, called as Nirvichar Samadhi, where your thoughts, which are coming from the future and the past, and you are not in the present at all. So these thoughts are like this, and we are dancing on the cusp of it. So these thoughts become thin, and there's a space in between established. And when you stay in that space, you are in present. And when you are in present, your spiritual growth starts. This is the first Nirvichar Samadhi, which you achieve in no time. And then the second one is called as the Nirvikalpa Samadhi, in which it's called, we can say in English, is doubtless awareness, where you become so powerful, you can do so many things with your hands only, with your attention, with your eyes. As Christ has said, thou shalt not have adulterous eyes. I would like to know how many Christians have that kind of eyes. Very few. Either there is lust or there is greed. We don't have those eyes that Christ has asked for. What is the reason? The reason is still the Kundalini has to pass through the Agya Chakra where resides Christ, who gives that power to our eyes that they are so innocent that even a glance of those eyes can solve problems. So now when we are in the water, we are frightened and we think we'll be drowned by the waves. But supposing you are in the boat, then you can enjoy. But supposing you learn how to swim, then you can jump inside and save many others. In the same way our problems are, that we are watching our problems when we are in the water. Then we get into the boat. Then we see our problems better. But then we become so powerful that we can save others. And this is what has to happen, that one candle can enlighten thousands and thousands can enlighten another. So the difference between Patanjali Yoga was he used to try it on one or two persons. We can say that on the tree of life, there were very few people who could have got realization. But today I find it's a blossom time. Blossom time. And so many people are seeking. This news that people are seeking, there's a demand for spiritual life, must have reached those crooked people. And they must have come here with all preparation how to fool you. I am sure they must have studied you very well thoroughly, in what point to press and how to get all their things through. And they might have been responsible. But I must tell you that SahajaYoga is working in 40 nations. And the least it is working in America, it's a sad thing. While all other type of falsehood is going on here. All other type of falsehood is going on here. Not only of Indians, but also Americans and other people. They are all practicing all kinds of falsehood. But one simple test you must put, that is, you cannot pay for God. 99.9% of these, all of them, will have to go back or have to disappear in the jails. You cannot pay for God. If you can put that much test, I tell you, you can solve your problems much better. Now, I am in a way, I am very much concerned about Americans. First time I came to any country, that was America. First time. And I talked to people about it. But they could not understand me. They said, we can't understand anything without money. Even the BBC in England, see, they came and told me that an Anglo-Saxon brain cannot understand anything without money. You have to pay money for everything. I said, what is this Anglo-Saxon brain? Is it made by God or somebody else? How is it that you understand that everything has to be through money? Through money, it has to be paid for. And that is how, you see, I have seen the countries where we have had the experience that we have been paying and paying and paying. We cannot understand something for which you cannot pay. When we became from amoeba to human beings, logically we should move. How much did we pay? To whom did we pay? When we sow a seed in the Mother Earth, how much do we pay to the Mother Earth? The seed has a built-in quality and the Mother Earth has the built-in quality. But the understanding of it has come to us because we have seen it happening. In the same way, in SahajaYoga, you have to be seriously watching your own growth, and you will be amazed how transformation takes place. There are so many miracles of SahajaYoga that I don't want to tell you just now because, you see, I asked them to write about miracles. It's such a pile of miracles have come out. Because after all, whatever we have not known is a miracle for us. But for that, first you have to enter into the kingdom of God. Without that, you cannot understand. And it would be something like telling you about all this light, electricity, everything, explaining to you everything about the history of electricity, how it has come, from the source it is coming, you'll have a headache. It's better, I tell you, you put on the switch first of all. So in the same way, first you have your enlightenment. And after the enlightenment, I will tell you everything about it, and it will be much easier for you to understand. Before anything, I would like you to ask me some questions, if you have any. It was very important that you should ask me questions. Because later on, when we have this session of realization, I would say that people, the mind starts saying that, oh, you should have asked this, you should have asked it. So it's better clear out your minds first of all. If you have any questions, please ask. And I'll be very happy to answer them. Because as I told you, this is for your freedom. Yeah.
I've been attending a place called Science of Mind. And they teach that God is within man. And that God
Just a minute. Somebody has to come here. What is it? Just.
Okay. I'm under the understanding that God and man are one. That God is within each and every one of us. And what you're saying is that there's a power we have to connect with before we can make the transition or make the understanding of what we're seeking for. I'm very interested.
क्या कह रहे हैं कि गॉड एंड स्पिरिट की बात नहीं करी ना
कह रहे हैं कि his understanding is that God is within yourself and
is correct. That's correct. Very correct. God Almighty is reflected in your heart as spirit. But without this connection, you cannot feel that spirit. Because I have not talked about the spirit, that's why you must be thinking. But at the very outset I said, you have to be the spirit. First thing. And secondly, I have also said that you have to feel this all-pervading power. So this connection, when it is established, then only you start feeling your spirit. And the spirits manifest through you. It's correct. What you said is absolutely correct. God is within you.
So how do we go about experiencing this?
That's what we are going to do. But if that is the point, then I'm very happy because you're a real seeker, I must say.
The question was I will just repeat the question for the whole audience. The question was, I'm very interested to know how man can be one with his God and how we can have this experience. Srimataji answered. Is there any other question? Yes, the lady.
I have two questions. Is this method of awakening state, self-realization, related to Kriya Yoga in any way?
Is it?
The question is whether this SahajaYoga is related to Kriya Yoga.
Not at all. It's just the opposite of it.
And then the other question is, I've heard that awakening the Kundalini, if you're not ready, can be harmful or dangerous.
Yeah. You see, both the questions is, it's a Kriya Yoga. It is spontaneous. There's no Kriya. This is the great mistake these people believe that we have to do something about. It has ruined so many people. First time when I came, I must tell you, I met some of the doctors from Bombay who had cut their tongue, this what you can call the thread under their tongue, and they were wagging their tongues just like dogs. They couldn't speak. They were doing this so-called Kriya Yoga. And I couldn't understand, they couldn't talk, so they wrote it down that in this one, why we have cut it to do the khechari. Now khechari is a thing that means that when the Kundalini rises, you see, the system starts working, like your car is ignited, you start your car, the whole system starts working automatically. You don't have to do anything about it. So the system starts and the center starts opening. So one center will open out, supposing, and then when the Kundalini passes through, it augments, it sort of constricts itself so that it can stop the Kundalini from falling down. Now this is called as bandh. But when it goes to this center, also what happens that when it rises above this center, then the tongue is little bit pulled inside, but you will not feel anything at all. It's all happening inside. Like your car, how smooth it is, as your modern cars are extremely smooth, your modern Kundalini is also very smooth. Doesn't trouble you at all. It's like a jet, it rises. Really, it's very surprising. Now, so this is what happens to you when the Kundalini rises. But when you have not started the awakening, imagine if you have not started the car and you are moving the wheels or you are moving the steering, then you are going to spoil it completely. It's a spontaneous thing. It's a living process. It is not that you can do much about it. It's a living process. So this is the Kriya Yoga is against reality.
The second question was, is it dangerous to awaken?
Now, it's not at all dangerous. How can it be? It's your mother. It's your mother. When you were born, your mother took all the care that you are not hurt. She took all the pains upon herself. She suffered. So in the same way, the Kundalini is your mother, your individual mother. And she has recorded everything about you. Like a tape recorder, we can say she's coiled up. And she knows everything about you. And she so smoothly rises. You'll be surprised how smoothly it does. Of course, sometimes you do get little heat because there's heat in the body and this thing opens out, so the heat comes out, doesn't matter. But it's nothing dangerous at all. But those people talk of danger have no authority to do it. Supposing somebody wants you to put your hands in the plugs and you say that electricity is dangerous, means this fellow doesn't know anything, he's a rustic fellow, has never seen electricity. They have no authority. That's why they are talking like this and deviating people from getting their realization. But it is a very modern thing. You'll be surprised. This is only last 50 years people have been talking like that. Some Germans went to India. They must have met some horrible people there and they have written all these things. Then others started writing, others started doing this. But in the olden books you read about this one, Markandeya, they say he lived in the year 14,000 years back. Then there were so many, like we can say Shankaracharya was there, Gyanadeva was there, Nanaka was there, Kabira. Nobody said so. So only this is a modern idea to frighten people that they shouldn't get their realization. It's just a modern idea. Satya Sai Baba. Now listen now. Satya Sai Baba is trying to give diamonds and deviate you from reality. What is there in a diamond? For God it's not even the dust of his feet, you see. And only people who go to Satya Sai Baba has suffered. I have seen so many of them suffering from heart, suffering from this, suffering from that. Can't you see it yourself? Writ large on his face, you can see it. If you are an Indian, I'll tell you who he is. He is Mahishasura, born again. Looks like a Mahisha, like bhains ke jaisa dikhta hai. How can you believe? And Indians, they think they'll get diamonds. Nobody gets diamonds. Only the politicians who can give him money. You see, he gives diamonds to people who are very rich people. And his disciples are so crooked, so corrupt. How can it be? If you have any guru, how can you be corrupt? What you are asking for? You are asking for your self-realization. That's what you are asking. Keep on to this theme. We want our self-realization. We want to have a higher awareness. And what is the higher awareness? Is collective consciousness, which is described by Jung. Collective consciousness is the consciousness by which you can feel others on your fingertips and you can feel yourself within. This is what you have to expect. Even the Islam said the same thing. But you see, Islam people are not paying attention to it, nor the Christians are paying attention to it, nor Hindus are paying attention. Imagine, a person like Satya Sai Baba should become worshipable. I can't understand which saint or which great incarnation has done such things. Nobody.
My question, I enjoyed so much your preliminary introduction and history about Paul. My question is on her answer to tithing for your spiritual growth, since churches and people do need income to support themselves. How does she feel about tithing?
About
Tithing, 10% of your income to your spiritual growth.
How does she feel about?
The question relates to my introduction and She says, we say that we do not ask for money, and she...
It's correct. You see, that's very correct question you asked me, that how do I travel? Because most of the time my husband pays. But now these people are feeling ashamed of themselves that he should pay for your salvation. So they pay to the airfare, not to me. All right? To the, what you call, the travel agents, not to me. For this hall, they have collected little money and they're paying for it. But you would not like me to pay for your food, for your chairs, for everything? That's not expected. See, if I have to travel, they should pay. It's in all self-esteem and in self-respect. But I did it for years together. First, when I came to America, I came on my own. My husband paid for everything. Luckily, he has money, so and he thinks that this is a good work, so he pays for quite a lot of things. But that's a different thing. That's very different. That's very little that they have to pay. That's different, and it's all our accounts are known. I don't know what they do, how they collect money, where they spend it. I don't see it. I'm very bad at accounts. I just don't understand. But what I'm saying that sometimes if they want to pay for my travel is correct, because I think they must have self-respect. My husband shouldn't pay for my travel, for this hall, for their food, for everything. Is it proper? It's not proper. So if you go to one extreme that you pay thousands of pounds to somebody because he gives you a funny mantra, and here people ask me why, who pays for the hall? I mean, they must pay. Don't you think so? In self-respect, you all must pay.
Yes. There was a question, if there is any relationship between Kundalini and sexuality.
Not at all. Not at all. Zero. See now, here I'll show you, it's a very good question because I must clear this out. You see the Kundalini. Kundalini is above the seventh chakra. And the seventh chakra is the one that looks after all our excretion. What you call in the medical terminology, the pelvic plexus, which looks after the sex also. Now, this is below the Kundalini. It's not above the Kundalini. It pierces through only 6 centers. The 7th center is the center of innocence. And that's why this center is placed there, because the innocence is like a lotus above the pond of excretion. And this center just stops its all excretory function at the time when the Kundalini rises. And a person becomes innocent. That's why Christ has said that you have to be like small children to enter into the kingdom of God. You see, and this is a very wrong idea taken from Freud. And I think Freud is the one who has ruined you people completely. Absolutely. He's responsible for AIDS, he's responsible for all kinds of nonsensical people have done. And even in Austria, when I said he was absolutely a half-baked fellow, they all clapped with happiness.
Am I correct?
But let me finish this question a little bit, madam, and I'll tell you, because that doesn't mean that you should become ascetics or you should not marry. You have to marry, you have to have good families, you have to lead a very sane married life. And that's what it is. SahajaYoga has got beautiful families with beautiful children, and I'm happy. I was told that since I've been here, people have taken to family life and understanding the beauty of family life. I'm very happy about it. Yes, now, madam.
Am I correct that what you're saying is that man and God are one, but we are disconnected, like short-circuited? And what you are trying to do is to teach us how to reconnect. And it doesn't take money or foolish things to learn this.
Exactly.
It takes a clear mind, an open mind, and good logic.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
That's what.
That's what. She's understood me very well. I must say, that's it. That's it. Just what you need, an open mind. And another thing you need a little bit, because I think we save time to waste it. So we have to save time little bit to pay attention to our ascent. Little bit, not much. Little bit time we must give, and we must develop ourselves. First, just the sprouting of the seed takes place. Then we have to fix it up properly. And that takes hardly a month. And you can become, all of you can become great gurus. He's a big guru, but look at his dress and all that. You can't believe. He knows everything about Kundalini, but you can't make it out from him. You see, we are normal people, very normal.
The question here, Sri Mataji, is that to raise and maintain the Kundalini, are there exercises? Is there a guide? How can we practice this system?
Yes. Now there are no exercises, madam, nothing. It just spontaneously happens to you and you get it there. Little bit, of course, I'll tell you how to raise it again and again today only. But then there we have a very nice center here. And we have very good SahajaYogis, and you are welcome to come there, and they will teach you each and everything. I don't know when they are having follow-on. Where? You come here and tell them exactly. We have that, is it? Good, good. But you all must take collective interest into it. This is for your progeny. This is for your benevolence. You see, it cures people. I will tell you about that, what good things it does. Now tell them the thing. Yeah.
Tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. we'll have a second program at the Holiday Inn on State Road 7, just north of Commercial. At the table in back we have a map with instructions on how to get there. Srimataji will be there from 7 to 9, very punctually.
Actually, I had, there was only one program. I said, no, one program doesn't work out in America. We must have two. And so I've cancelled my going. And I'll be there for you all. And I'll tell you all about it, all the details that I will tell you tomorrow. Plus, I would say that you inform your friends and your relations and those people who want to benefit. Now you'll be amazed that your Kundalini awakening itself cures you. I should say that it has cured AIDS also in Australia. Here, I don't want to put my hand to anything curing because the doctors will be at me. But you see, the Kundalini itself, it's your own power cures you. I don't cure. You cure by your own powers. I don't know what is the law about it there, that if you cure yourself, I don't know if you'll be arrested or not. But it has cured cancer, it has cured so many psychosomatic troubles, so many of them, that now there are 2 doctors in India, in Delhi University, who have got their MD. And now in Russia, in Moscow, they invited 800 doctors. First, the Minister of Health talked to me directly, and they invited 800 doctors from all over the world. They came and seriously listened to me. I talked to them because I know medicine, so I talked to them about parasympathetic nervous system and all that. And they were quite amazed at it. And what they said, that now we just want realization. And all of them got it. And there were 2 Nobel Prize winners there. So the amount of good it does, just see what a power lying behind you. And why not to get it? Why not to use it for our benevolence? And then we can't blame God for anything. If we have not got our connections with Him, how can we blame Him for that?
And the Kundalini light is that you go about like the Christians when they're born again to scream, shout, kill, to the quiet.
What is
The question really is about the nature of self-realization. She said, when the Kundalini rise, one is born again, as the Christians say. So, is one supposed to say Hallelujah, or should we be quiet about it? This is the question.
what happens with the Christians?
She wonders once. Basically, she's asking what happens when we get our
You see,
second birth.
what happens? Nothing happens outwardly. You don't dance or you jump or anything that anybody can do. You see what is so great about it? If anybody starts jumping or dancing or going round and round, anybody can do. It's just a show. What it is really happens is when the Kundalini rises, you start feeling the cool breeze coming out of your head, first of all. And you feel extremely peaceful and thoughtless. And your hands, you start feeling the cool breeze. After this, you start using them, and then you realize what you have got. For example, I was traveling once first time when I came to America I came by ship. And the captain got his self-realization. And on the ship, it was that one of the gentlemen had entered into the freezer room or something like that, and he got pneumonia. So he was sending an SOS. And he wouldn't allow me to go down. So I said, all right, you go. Now you have got the realization. You just put your hand on his lungs and ask him to stop his breath for 3 times. And the fellow got all right. He couldn't believe it. He said, how could it be? I said, now you have become that. Believe. You have become. It's like a seed becoming a flower, but it doesn't believe it has fragrance. It's like that. In the beginning, it's impossible for some people to believe that they have become. Now, supposing somebody is an ordinary person or a beggar or anything, and he comes to know that he's hit the jackpot, he can't believe it. In the same way, people don't believe. See, even if he sits on the throne of a king, he will still be thinking, oh God, where am I sitting? Is it all right or not? But when you start using it, then you definitely know it is so. Not only that, but the way you change, the transformation takes place, how quiet you become, how peaceful you become, your temper goes away, your irritation goes away, and your blood pressures come down, your health improves, so many things happen that you are amazed what has happened to me. Yes, madam? Now, this lady there putting up her head.
I want to know what qualifies someone to be a guru in your belief, and also why you're doing the work that you're doing.
What is she saying? I didn't follow.
She is asking what makes somebody a guru? What's the qualification of a guru? First question. Second question is, why are you doing what you are doing?
Oh, because I love it. It's so beautiful to see people getting their realization. You will also do the same once you get it. It's so beautiful. The most beautiful thing is to give realization to someone, and so joyous. Because if you are selfish, if you are low type of a person, then you feel funny about yourself. But if you are benevolent, you feel so happy about the whole thing. You enjoy your benevolence, you enjoy your virtues. Just start enjoying it. That's only possible after realization. Then you're just doing it. I know why am I doing it, what should I do otherwise? I mean, what I'm saying, that supposing somebody else can do this, I would like to retire myself. But it's difficult to get someone like that. I'm sorry to say. Can you do it, madam, for my sake? You can't. That's the point. I've been trying for, now I'm 67 years of age. I wish somebody could take my place, but it doesn't work out. But in any case, when you get your realization, at least try to give realization to some people. And you can do it. Not difficult, but not at my level. That's the point is, once you come to my level, I'll be very happy to retire.
I have been taking some courses on psychoneuroimmunology, and actually what you are saying to me is that we have the power within us to cure ourselves of many diseases by trying to reach the alpha state in relaxation.
What's your question?
It's not a really
No,
question, but
no.
This is something that is being taught now, more spirituality and so forth. So why a religion?
Yeah, I'll tell you what is the problem is. Now, if you see it clearly, there are 3 lines, you see them. These are the 3 channels we have of autonomous nervous system. The 2 channels, one is the left and another is the right. And the central one is the parasympathetic nervous system. And these 2 are left and right sympathetic nervous system. So before realization, whatever we do, We can only go to the left or to the right with our effort. For example, now supposing you want to increase the rate of your heart, you have to run. If you run, the rate will increase, but you cannot decrease. Automatically it happens through the parasympathetic nervous system. So whatever you try like this psychotherapy, this therapy, that therapy, you are putting in your effort, isn't it? But here you get connected with that power which suits it out, which looks after it, which works it out by itself. And if you really know how to keep your connection all right, you don't have to worry. So this is, you don't have to retain a doctor, you don't have to go to a psychiatrist, nothing of the kind. Automatically you are looked after because now you are connected. But before this you have to put in an effort. This is effortless. Somebody was there?
There was a second question, what is the qualification of a guru? What should a guru be?
See, it was asked to Guru Nanaka, and he said, Sahib mili hai so hi Sataguru. Meaning the one who makes you meet the divine is the only one who is the Sadguru, who is the Guru. Otherwise, all the rest are useless. Then he has categorized them as agurus, then kugurus, he has categorized them. But the one who is a Sadguru, the one who's the real Guru, is the one who makes you meet God, makes you meet this divine power.
Yes. In what she's teaching or teaching to this experience, what role is thought?
The question is, what is the role of thought in the process of self-realization?
So I've already told you that when we think of the future and the past. But at this moment is the thing that's reality is. The present is the reality. So what happens, because of our special type of a brain that we have, a prismatic, every time we react to this, to that, and all the time we are reacting, and especially in America I find there are so many choices that you go on choosing between one to another, this is maddening. We are all the time thinking, we cannot stop it. But after realization, you are at peace. If you want, you can think. If you don't want, you need not think. Like I must tell you, a speech doctor told me, Mother, you cut my throat, do what you like, but stop this thinking, I'm fed up. Yes, is madam? Is there a gentleman or I don't know, I can't see.
Yes, you have a question?
Two connected questions. The first one is, what are the reason names of raising the Shakti? Secondly, what are the very first symptoms and signs of the possession?
First question, what are the ways and means to raise the Kundalini Shakti? Second question, what are the symptoms? How does it manifest when the Kundalini rises?
The first one is, I'll do it now, so you will see, it's nothing so special. But the second one is that when you get your realization, first thing that happens to you, that you become thoughtlessly aware to begin with when it crosses over Agya Chakra, and when it pierces through this one, you can feel the cool breeze coming out of your head, you can feel the cool breeze around yourself. Now, all these fingers as shown there, you can see they denote your centers. Only you have to understand the decoding of it. Now, supposing you take 10 children who are realized souls and you tie their eyes and ask them, what's the matter with this gentleman? Immediately they will all raise the same finger. Supposing they raise this finger and you ask that person, are you suffering from bronchitis? He'll say, yes. How do you know? So all these centers are decoded. And once they are decoded, if you know the decoding, if you know how to decode it, then it's so easy, very easy to find out. So this is the only thing we have to know about the decoding part of it. What is the center we are catching? What is the centers others are catching? Now, if you know how to correct the centers, you are all right. And the others are all right. It's very simple. It's either left side or right side. Only two problems, basically.
Surrounded by so many different things, it's very hard to control that. What method can be used for a lay person to develop this kind of feeling?
We are surrounded by a material world.
Yeah, I know.
And it's very difficult for a lay person in the world to develop this feeling and to maintain this.
Oh, you see, but that's what it is in the Kali Yuga, in these modern times only. When we are surrounded by all these things, we get into confusions and illusions, and this kind of a sabranta sthiti, as they call it in Sanskrit language, is very important, because in that only we have started seeking. Can you imagine, Christ had only 12 disciples, only 12. So how many were their seekers? And all these great gurus, how many disciples they had who were realized souls? Very few. So today is a special time. It's already described. If you are an Indian, you will know from Nala Damayanti. The Nala once got hold of this Kali. And he said, I must kill you because you have tortured me, you have separated me from my wife, and you are the one who create all this confusion. So he said, all right, you can do it, but you must know my importance, my mahatmyam. He said, what is your importance? He said, at the time when I'll be ruling, means modern times, at that time, those people who are seeking the truth in the valleys and on the Himalayas will find it, while they'll be householders and they'll find it. It's already described. In Indian, if you have read, also the Nadi Granth is described that this was going to happen. Everything in details has been described. If you have read William Blake, you will find he has described it. Lewis has described. So many people have described these times and have called it the Aquarius time, because this Kundalini is inside the triangular bone, which is the Aquarius. It's known as the Aquarius. I mean, they're talking about it, but it's still beating at the bush, you see. We should really get to it. Get to it.
Should we have more questions, or do you need
Is there anyone else left out? There's one. Please,
Okay,
please.
One at the back and this lady.
Yes,
here.
that's all.
SahajaYoga, is it your own philosophy? Is it a own synthesis that you are making? Did it exist before you?
It's an ancient thing. It's described in all the scriptures. It's not today's. SahajaYoga is not today's thing. Only the difference between the old SahajaYoga and this SahajaYoga is this, that I've worked out a method by which our mass realization can be. First thing. Secondly, without cleansing you, without making you work it out, I thought of raising the Kundalini somehow. Once the Kundalini breaks through, you get a light, and in that light you start seeing yourself. Then you correct yourself. I don't have to tell you. Like supposing now you are holding on to a snake, right? And it's all darkness. If I tell you it's a snake, you may say, no, it's not a snake. It's not a snake at all. It's a rope. What's the use of arguing? The more I'll argue, the more you'll hold on to it till it bites you. So the best thing is to put little light there so you see. So this is the difference. Only we can say that somehow or other, now the Kundalini just rises and gives you a power by which you become your own guru, your own master, and you correct yourself. Overnight, I've seen people have given up drugs. Overnight. Thousands. Overnight, people have given alcoholism. Overnight, people have been cured. Overnight. So, it's something tremendous. And this tremendous power must be harnessed. Must be used, which is there lying within you. No amount of answering questions it is going to do. It has to work out. It has nothing to do with the answering of questions or my lecture. It's something which has to work out. All right, all the questions are over, or is there something lingering?
There was one question from a gentleman about, do we have to change our lifestyle with SahajaYoga? But I believe you have already started answering.
No, not the lifestyle. You see, when you do what is needed for you, what is good for you. Nobody has to change dresses or anything. It's nothing outside. But supposing, you see, if I tell somebody now, don't wear such tight dresses, nobody would listen. Because they will wear varicose veins, and this all had happened now. Then now they are wearing very, very loose ones. Now in England there's a fashion came up when people were having holey pants with the holes. Imagine it's such a cold country to have holes in it. I mean, it's stupidity, isn't it? But nobody will listen. And also these people came with punks and this and that. And if you talk to them, they'll say, what's wrong? So best thing is to raise their kundalini. Then they themselves understand what's wrong with it. Nothing has to be changed as such outside. But you yourself take to things which are sensible, which are wise, which are good for you. You yourself take to it. I don't have to tell you anything about it.
I didn't know, but it seems that Sri Mataji is disposed to go into the essence of this whole thing, is to actually guide a meditation for us to philosophical realization. I don't know whether you would like to do this?
Yes, why not? They were telling me a trick for Americans, I must tell you. They said first they don't give realization, then they will come next day. I said it's not so. After all, you are wise people. Because you have to develop it. That's the point is.
You forgot my question. You didn't really listen.
There was a question of a lady.
What is it? Don't fight. What is it? There's no need to fight.
Yes.
What is?
What about vegetarianism? And if you believe that by eating meat, war can ever be at peace, and by slaughtering cows, we can ever achieve high spiritual realization.
All right, to become vegetarian. All right, so it's all right for you to become vegetarian and receive that. All right? Any ism is against SahajaYoga. Any ism is against. Ism is a mental idea. It is not the truth. It's not reality. You have to face the reality as it is. With your mental projections, you do not conform to something. First of all, find out what is right and what is wrong through your spirit. In the light of the spirit, you find out. And then you decide. It is no use beforehand to decide this is the thing and that is the thing. You see, this kind of nonsensical ideas, people had so many. To such an extent that in India we have Jainism, in which they do not even kill the bugs or the mosquitoes or anything, and they don't want to go in the WCs, but they go on to some hills. And the mayor of Bombay came to ask me what should we do about it. Because they say that in our religion we cannot even kill these things which are being excreted out. So now we have to save them. Imagine, we have to save human beings. Are we going to give realization to chickens or what? You have to be sensible enough, first of all, to ask for your spiritual assent and then decide. Don't decide beforehand. It's like the snake story I told you just now. So this is what it is. We have vegetarians in India, so what? Have they all gone to God? There are so many who will tell you that they are the cruelest people. We have Marwadis who are all vegetarians. What do you think about them? They have no humanity of any kind. No humanity. We have to be kind to human beings, first of all. First of all, we have to be kind to our fellow men. She is a vegetarian, and how much she shouts, can you imagine? For a vegetarian, she's shouting so much. What's the use of being vegetarian? You have to be a mild person at least when you are shouting.
There will be an opportunity to ask questions to Sri Mataji perhaps tomorrow evening, and I'm sorry for the lady, I forgot about it.
No, it's all right. It's all right. You see, it's nice because then you see for yourself certain aspects which you have not dealt with. Because, you see, certain ideas we have got within ourselves. Everything we have got about reality, about God, about vegetarianism or this or that and every sort of a thing. Some people think if you leave your houses and you become ascetic. Some people think if you wear a kind of a dress and all that. But first of all, I say, you get your realization. You have the light. And then decide for yourself. It's your decision, your understanding, your growth. You have to open your eyes to it. Unless literally you have opened your eyes, how can you accept any theory? Then every theory, everybody thinks, you see, if you have to ask the Jews about the Christians, they'll tell you they are the worst of all. The Jews are the only chosen ones. If you ask the Christians, they'll think they are the only chosen ones. If you ask the Muslims, they are the only chosen ones. But I feel all of them are going towards hell. Because the way they are fighting, the way they are quarreling, the way they are killing, how can they be people who are religious in the name of God, in the name of religion? Can you imagine? That's no religion at all which fights. Because they have not jumped onto the new awareness of collective consciousness where you know that we are part and parcel of the whole. You know it. It's not the knowledge by your brain, but in your being you can feel that you are part and parcel of the whole. Unless and until that happens, you'll go on fighting on something, thinking yourself to be the best. And here they are all moving towards what? The complete exodus, that side. And also, I don't know if there is so much space in hell for them or not. They might have to hang in the limbo. Yes.
You just mentioned about hell. Is there a hell and a heaven?
Of course there is, I must say. Yeah, of course. But forget about it. Just I'm talking about the heavens, so forget about the hell part. All right.
Somebody asked a question.
Do you believe in reincarnation? Because when you mention the fact that some people in India will not kill a bug because they believe it's the reincarnation of
Okay. The point here.
What is
the question to Sri Mataji is, do you believe in reincarnation?
I?
Yes.
You see, actually, to be very frank, I've become very clever. You see, Christ said that he was the Son of God, and I tell you he was. But you crucified him. So I'm very clever. I'll not talk about myself. First you have your self-realization, because I don't want to get crucified by any chance. So you all first get your realization and understand me. That is the best way.
All right, I'm sorry. The point about the questions now is that I feel that a lot of your question will be answered if you get your self-realization. And I know that a lot of people here want to have the experience. So for people who have questions, please write them, and you can give them to Patrick Hughes, who is the coordinator of SahajaYoga in Florida, and tomorrow Sri Mataji will possibly answer this question. And perhaps now the question part is finished, and I know that Sri Mataji would be gracious enough to grant us a meditation, and this is a very great news.
Of course, for this question I have to say just this much, that if I am doing this, I must be something, isn't it? Otherwise, how can I do it? So there must be something about it, but it is better you find out yourself. It's better you find out yourself about it, because whatever you want to find out, if you just get your realization, you have to just put your hands like this and ask a question. Say you ask a question, is there God? Immediately you start getting the vibrations. And you ask about some horrible fellow, is he good? You'll get heat, burning, sometimes even blisters. This Satya Sai Baba, you get blisters sometimes. They don't talk against each other. All of them are, see, as Christ has said, the house of Satan will not speak against itself. It's like that. All right. So let us have now realization. It's done, Gregor? It's all right. So the questionnaire is over. Let's see. I'm very happy you people are so anxious to get your realization, and that you will definitely work it out further. We have to remember that there are two conditions for realization. The first condition is that you have to know that you are a human being, and you are not gods. And if you have done any mistakes, there's no need to be guilty about it. So you don't have to be guilty at all for anything whatsoever. Because if you feel guilty, this center catches here. It's a very bad thing. It catches here by this center. You get diseases like angina. Also, you might get a disease like spondylitis. So many diseases you get. So please, for your sake, you have to say that I am not guilty at all. Believe me, you are not guilty. It's your only mental conception. You'll find out that you are not guilty. Very soon you'll find out you are not guilty for whatever you have done. After all, this divine power is the ocean of forgiveness. And what little mistakes you commit, it can dissolve it. So please, first of all, this is a very big condition, that I am not guilty at all. You see, the English language is such that every minute you go on saying sorry, sorry, sorry. And that's how you build up your guilt. There's nothing to be guilty about. This is a very crucial thing, that you should all say, I am not guilty at all within yourself. That's one condition. I assure you, you are not. So you have to believe me there. The second point is that you have to forgive everyone in general, not remembering everyone in particular, I must forgive that, I must forgive that. In general, you have to forgive everyone. Now you might say that it's difficult to forgive. I might say, so many people say so. But whether you forgive or you don't forgive, logically what do? You don't do anything. On the contrary, you play into the hands of wrong people who want to torture you, who want to trouble you, who have been anxious to make you miserable. They are very happy while you are suffering here by not forgiving. So why play into their hands? So please forgive everyone. You have to forgive everyone. This is very important also, because if you don't forgive, then the center, which is in the optic chiasma, is a very constricted one, doesn't open. And it's a very difficult thing for me to raise your kundalini. So please forgive everyone. At the very outset, I've told you, these are the two conditions we have. First of all, we must know we are human beings and we are going to enter into the kingdom of God. We should be very pleasantly placed towards ourselves. And we should know. We should have our self-esteem. We have to have it. This is your right to have it. This is what SahajaYoga is, the right to enter into the kingdom of God. You all have it and you must have it. So have all self-confidence within you that you all are going to get it. There should be no deference. There should be no problem about it. I have done this, I have done that. Even I have told you that they were drug addicts, alcoholics, people. All of them got realization overnight. So you have done no mistakes, nothing of the kind, and just know that you have to be the spirit, which you are. That's the truth about it. So these are the two conditions you have to fulfill. Then secondly, we will have to take out our shoes, because this Mother Earth helps us. She takes a lot of our problems upon herself. So we'll have to take out our shoes. You can have your socks if you have. And put both the feet away from each other, because as I told you, there are two powers, left and right side. So both of them have to be apart from each other. नहीं चाहिए, नहीं शॉल नहीं चाहिए, रख दीजिए उनके पास, ऐसी कोई ठंडा नहीं, आओ यहाँ. अच्छा, now he will show you, आप ऊपर आ जाओ. He will show you, because of course there's nothing to be done, but we have to nourish our centers. Very simple things these are, which you can use later on. I told you that you can use this later on also. And the left hand suggests the power of desire. And the Kundalini is the power of pure desire. The pure desire, whether you know or not, is that to be one with the divine power, to be the spirit, is our pure desire. But our desire power is represented on the left hand side, and our power of action is represented on our right hand, which I will explain to you tomorrow in all details. But today, just if you listen to me, put your left hand on your lap, just like this. Just like this. Sit very comfortably. But you need not, should not be too much bending or pushing back, but ordinarily as we sit straight, you should sit down like that. Put your left hand towards me and the right hand on your heart. Because with the right hand, we'll be working only on the left hand side. And the left hand will be all the time on our lap, suggesting that you want your self-realization. Now, this right hand is on the heart because in the heart resides the spirit. So first, the most important thing is that we have to nourish our spirit. So the second thing is we put our hand on the left hand side of our stomach, of our abdomen, on the left hand side in the upper portion, and press it hard. Now this is the center of our mastery. What we call that all the gurus, all the great prophets have made this one for us. We have to enlighten this center, which we call is the center of our mastery. तुमको तो उतार लो तो दिखाई देगा, इनको नहीं दिखाई देगा. Now, you have to take down your right hand. Now, in the low portion of your abdomen on the left hand side. Now, this is the center of pure knowledge. Now, the pure knowledge is the knowledge that you get on your central nervous system, which manifests on your central nervous system. So, this is a very important center also, that your being should get this pure knowledge which manifests on your central nervous system, so you become empowered to raise the kundalini of others, to give realizations to others, and to know yourself, what's wrong with you, and to know about others, and to be able to correct all these mistakes. Now you have to again raise your hand in the upper part of your abdomen on the left hand side. Then you have to raise your right hand again on your heart. Now here is again, as you know, is your spirit. But now you have to raise your hand in the corner of your left corner of your shoulder and your neck, and turn your head to your right. Take back your hand as much as you can. This is the center, as I told you, catches very much when you feel guilty. And today I find it's catching very much here in the congregation. So now, please, 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 don't feel guilty. This is the center, it's very important. You have put your head to your right, absolutely at right angles. Then now you have to put your right hand on top of your forehead across and put down your head on top and press it hard. This is the center for forgiving others. Now you take back this right hand on the back side of your head and push back your head as much as possible. Now this is for your satisfaction, not for counting your mistakes or anything, but for your satisfaction. You have to ask for forgiveness from this divine power. Now you have to stretch your hand fully and put the center of your palm exactly on the fontanelle bone area, which was a soft bone in your childhood. Exactly there, as you call it, sthalamyam or sthalu. Put it there. Now put down your head as much as you can. Push back your fingers. Push back your fingers as much as you can. Now you press it. Press your scalp nicely and move your scalp slowly, clockwise 7 times. Scalp, not the hand so much as the scalp. Be careful in moving. Put down your head, please. Put down your head. Now, that's all we have to do. But now we have to close our eyes. You can take out your spectacles. We have to close our eyes and now put both the feet on the ground, little separate from each other. Now, we start the process. Put the left hand towards me on your lap. Please close your eyes. Don't open your eyes till I tell you. Please don't open your eyes till I tell you. Now raise your right hand on the heart. And as you know, here resides the Spirit. You have to ask me a very important fundamental question 3 times. You may call me Shri Mataji or you can call me Mother, whatever you like. Mother, am I the Spirit? Ask this question 3 times. In your heart, not loudly. Ask all the questions in your heart. Mother, am I the Spirit? If you are the Spirit, you become your master. So now please take down your hand on the upper portion of your abdomen on the left hand side and press it hard with your fingers. And now here ask a question again 3 times. Mother, am I my own master? Now, take down your right hand in the lower portion of your abdomen, on the left hand side. This is the center of pure knowledge. And I respect your freedom. I cannot force this pure knowledge on you. You have to ask for it. So please ask 6 times because this center has got 6 petals. Please ask 6 times. Mother, please give me pure knowledge. As soon as you start asking for pure knowledge, the Kundalini starts moving upward. And at this time, we have to help her by nourishing our centers, higher centers. So now raise your right hand in the low upper portion of your abdomen and press it hard. Now, you have to nourish it with self-confidence. So here with full self-confidence you have to say, Mother, I am my own master. This is a wonderful thing to say because by this if you have been to wrong masters, it absolutely cures. So please say 10 times, Mother, I am my own master. The divine power is the power of all the knowledge and all the source of all the intelligence and of joy. It is also the source of all the benevolence, compassion and the blessings. But above all, it is the ocean of forgiveness. So, as I told you, what mistakes can you commit which cannot be dissolved by the power of this forgiveness? So now, first of all, you have to forgive yourself. That's very important. Because of this chakra catching in you, it's very difficult to raise the Kundalini. Now you put your right hand on your heart. And here you have to say, with full confidence in yourself, 10 times, 12 times, 12 times, Mother, I am the Spirit. Please say it 12 times. Again and again I have to say that please don't feel guilty. You have to be very pleasantly placed towards yourself. Because you don't know yourself, because of ignorance, you feel guilty. Please remember that if you feel guilty, it is a sin against yourself. Please forgive yourself. There's nothing to be guilty about. Now raise your right hand in the corner of your neck and your head and turn your head to your right. Now here with full confidence you have to say 16 times, Mother, I am not guilty at all. Please say it 16 times. Mother, I am not guilty at all. I have already told you that you have to forgive others in general, not in particular. This is very, very important, that you have to forgive. And if you don't forgive, you play into wrong hands, you create problems, you have headaches. Not only that, but the Kundalini doesn't move. So please forgive everyone. Now put your hand on top of your forehead across and bend your head as much as possible. And now here you have to say with full confidence, Mother, I forgive everyone. Now don't think about the people whom you have to forgive. Mother, I forgive everyone. Not how many times, but from your heart you have to say. Please say it from your heart. Mother, I forgive everyone. It's very important. Unless and until you say it from your heart, it won't work out. Now, take back your hand on the back side of your head and push back your head as far as possible. Now here, again, without feeling guilty, without condemning yourself, without thinking what mistakes you have committed, for your own satisfaction, you have to say from your heart, not how many times. O divine power, please forgive me if I have said or done something knowingly or unknowingly. O divine power, please forgive me if I have done anything knowingly or unknowingly that was wrong. Please forgive me. Now stretch your palm fully. Put the center of your palm on top of the fontanelle bone area and press it down. Press down. Bend your head properly. Push back your fingers. Unless until you push back your fingers, you cannot press it. Here again, I cannot cross over your freedom. You have to ask for self-realization in your own freedom and your own glory. So please say 7 times, Mother, please give me self-realization. And move your hand with the fingers pushed back with a big pressure on your scalp. Move your scalp 7 times, saying, Mother, please give me my self-realization. Bend your head, please. bend your head, then you can do it better. This is a very important thing that you have to ask for it. See for yourself if there's a cool breeze coming out of your head. If it is not coming out, please forgive. Even if it is hot, please forgive. It will become cool. Just forgive everyone. That's the biggest solution, the biggest weapon. Now, don't put it very close. You have to keep it little, bend your head, then you can do it better. Please bend your head and see for yourself. See? Just see for yourself. Bend your head and keep away from your head, not just on top, then you cannot feel it. Now, now please raise your both the hands towards the sky and push back your head and ask a question. Mother, is this the cool breeze of the Holy Ghost? Mother, is this the all-pervading power of God? Mother, is this the Parama Chaitanya? Ask any one of these questions 3 times in your heart. Now, take down your hands, please. Now, those who have felt the cool breeze or heat out of their head or on their fingertips or in their hands, please raise both your hands higher. हिंदुस्तानियों को नहीं हुआ क्या बात? May God bless you. May God bless you. All of you have got it. May God bless you. आप लोग को क्या हो गया? नहीं हुआ? ठंडक नहीं आई? हाँ, थोड़ा थोड़ा. तो फिर कल और आने का है. पक्का कर लो. अच्छा? Please again raise your hands. थोड़ा आया तो भी हाथ ऊपर करो. हाँ, please raise your hands, those who have felt the cool breeze. Higher, higher. You didn't feel, madam? Sure? You did? Yes, yes. It's there? All right. So may God bless you. All of you have felt. Practically, 1 or 2 haven't felt, doesn't matter. So may God bless you all. Tomorrow I'm going to come here and we are going to fix it for nicely. Then also you must call your friends, everyone. You'll feel very nice now. You'll sleep well and enjoy.